I didn't expect relief to be the first thing I felt after my diagnosis. Not excitement, not answers, just relief. Because for a very long time, I genuinely believed there was something wrong with me as a person. I thought I was abnormal or socially awkward in a way that couldn't really be fixed. I assumed that my struggles with focus, emotions, and relationships meant I just wasn't built for healthy interaction. And getting diagnosed with ADHD has slowly started to change that story. I'm beginning to understand that my brain was wired differently, and I judged myself for it for years. I judged myself for spacing out during lectures. I would sit there, trying so hard to focus, only to realize afterward that I couldn't recall much of what was said. And I told myself that meant I was undisciplined, that I wasn't trying hard enough. I judged myself for not trusting my emotions. If something upset me, I wouldn't express it in the moment. I'd wait days, sometimes longer, because I didn't trust that what I felt was valid or reasonable or the right reaction. At the same time, I was very critical of myself for feeling things so intensely, for getting really angry or annoyed, especially with family, and feeling like my reactions were bigger than they should have been. What people didn't see is that because these emotions felt so real and so intense, I actually learned to suppress them. I learned not to react outwardly at all. I was often labeled sensitive, but sensitivity doesn't fully explain feeling hurt for days or being unable to function because something small landed too hard, or constantly questioning whether your emotional responses can be trusted. I'm starting to see that this wasn't a character flaw. It wasn't immaturity. It wasn't weakness. It was my nervous system. And that reframe has been grounding. I'm still learning what this diagnosis means for me. I'm still unlearning years of self criticism, and I don't have this figured out yet. I'm not here to give advice or diagnose anyone. This channel is really just a space for reflection, notes in a way, from someone who's finally starting to understand herself a little better. If any part of this resonated with you, you're not alone in it. And if nothing else, I hope it's a reminder that struggling doesn't mean you're broken. Sometimes it just means your brain works differently than you were taught to expect. Thanks for listening.